Okay, I know Sony's State of Play is happening today, and I really don't care about it, and I really don't care to watch it because there's really nothing that interests me that Sony could possibly be working on. So today I figure I'm going to start doing a little bit of a video series since the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out soon, and there's a couple games that I think could use either remakes or remasters or or a collection or whatever that I think could potentially happen or stuff that I just would want to see happen. And I'm going to cover each game in one video. And if it does well enough, I'll keep doing videos. Because like I said, there's a couple games I want to do videos on and talk about. But I'm only going to continue the series if it actually does well and you guys seem to like it. So if you do like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and all that good stuff. Anyway, sit back and relax as we talk about some remakes, remasters that I would like to see. Starting out with my first one, which is going to be Super Metroid. Because I just played through it again yesterday on the Switch, just because I felt like it, and I forgot how much fun it was. So let's get into that. So if none of you guys have played Super Metroid and you own a Switch and you pay for Nintendo Switch Online, you really need to check out Super Metroid. It is probably one of the best 2D Metroids out there. It's a close second or third in a lot of people's list to like Fusion or Zero Mission. I would say for me, since I haven't played all the way through either Zero Mission or Fusion, I would say it's still my number one. Number two would be Fusion because I have played through that. But when I did play through it, my save got corrupted like right at the very end of the game, so I never tried to replay through it again. Which honestly I should, but it just irritates me to this day that I was like right at the end, and then the game decided to screw up on me. I don't know what happened. I think it froze during a save or something, and then it like got corrupted and deleted. It was super annoying. It frustrated me, so I never went back to it. Zero Mission is basically just a remake of um, Metroid One on the NES or Famicom disc system. So I feel like I don't really need to play that. A lot of people are going to disagree with me with that because a lot of people say Zero Mission is a way better version of the FDS Metroid, but I digress here. What I'm focused on is Super Metroid because that game was a big part of my childhood growing up. I remember having the guidebook for it. I remember watching my dad play it, and then me trying to play through it when I was a kid, getting stuck in Meridia a bunch, and then when I finally beat it, I felt like I just accomplished the best thing ever. Like it's a if you don't know what you're doing in that game, it's a rough game to get through. And Meridia is one of the hardest areas in the game to get through because there's so much stuff there that you can easily get lost and confused because all the rooms look fairly similar. Especially like when you go up and down that like giant like tube that goes up and down. There's really nothing to that area, but it's a very daunting area of the game. But I really enjoyed that entire game, and me replaying through it, 100% it. Yes, I actually do still remember off the top of my head where everything is in the game, and I was still able to get the best ending when you see Samus in her swimsuit or without her Varia suit or her normal like spacesuit on. I guess it's a swimsuit. I have no idea. But yeah, I was able to do it, and I was like, okay, cool, cool. I still got it, even though it's been like 5 years since I played through it. So I still got it. But anyway, I would love to see that get like a remake. It wouldn't even be a remaster because like you'd have to remake that game from the ground up because it was um a 2D side scrolling platformer game. So I I don't I don't know if they'd just be able to like do the HD 2D treatment to it, which I guess would be fine, but I would want them to go with more of a like a 3D. I don't know how to explain it. Like, make it still 2D, but make all the backgrounds kind of like Metroid Other M, but not as crappy as that was. And the gameplay of Metroid Other M wasn't super bad on the Wii. It was just the story was kind of dumb, and some of the gameplay gimmicks were kind of stupid, like using missiles you had to point at the screen. That kind of stuff was annoying. Like if they take the good parts of Metroid Other M and make that into a Super Metroid remake, that would be really freaking cool. Like seeing giant Mother Brain in like an HD type setting would be super cool. Seeing the Metroid, how big the Metroid is, Ridley, some of the bosses and backgrounds and areas would look so cool. In like a 3D landscape, like the statue room where Torian is. Um, that would be a super cool thing to see it like sync, cause that's a pretty cool thing in general in the 2D space of it. But I think 3D remake of that game would be super cool. But I just don't know if they would do it because Metroid doesn't sell enough for Nintendo to justify doing a remake or a remaster of that. But I think it's possible because Metroid Dread did so well for Nintendo. I think it did better than they were expecting. It sold around like 2 million copies, I think, or something like that. I'll have to see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I don't want to overshoot the copies sold. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay, according to Google, I just quickly Googled it. It said 3.07 million. So if that's accurate, I have no idea, but we're just gonna go with it. That's more than Super Metroid sold back in the day. Super Metroid sold, according to this chart that came up when I Googled it, it sold 1.42 million, which back in 1991 or two, whenever that came out, that's probably pretty good because that also meant it got a second release under the million choice player whatever variant with the giant million players choice sticker on the cart in the box. Basically the gold trim around the box and stuff. So that was a big deal back then. So I'm pretty sure that's like decently for way back in the 90s, but like 3.7 million isn't nothing to sneeze at for a Metroid game. That I think that's the highest selling Metroid game next to. Let me see. Does it say Prime here? Let me see if it does. Let's see. I can't find where Prime would be, but I can't. I don't remember how much Metroid Prime sold. But Metroid Prime was a huge departure from the standard Metroid formula. It was a first person shooter, which for me was very, very different. And I wasn't on board with that at first. When I first saw it on the GameCube, because we did have it on the GameCube back in the day, and I saw my brother play it, I was like, "Oh man, they made Metroid a first person shooter. It's weird," and I just never really wanted to play it. But then when I got remastered on the Switch, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play this game, and you know what? It's actually really good. So if they took Super Metroid and like Metroid Primed it, I would be okay with that. Would it work? I don't know if you can Metroid Prime Super Metroid. I don't know that. But I think Super Metroid deserves to be remade or remastered in some way, shape, or form. I think Super Metroid is probably one of the greatest Metroid games to ever come out next to Metroid Prime. I will give everyone that the Metroid Prime series, Metroid Prime 1 is the only one I've played, but I would say Metroid Prime was the natural evolution of what Metroid would go into next is first person shooting because it works so well with the first three. And then with Metroid Prime 4 coming out, hopefully soon, and this I think it's sometime it's supposed to be this year. Maybe on the Switch too, maybe cross gen, who knows? Supposed to be on this just the Switch, but I wouldn't be surprised if they announced like an enhanced port for the Switch too. Not saying they will, but you never know. But with that coming out, maybe they could do a Super Metroid style Metroid Prime. Probably not, but you know what? I would be okay with that. I would really be okay with any kind of love or remake or remaster they would do for Metroid 3. They did Metroid 2. They did Metroid 1 on the Game Boy Advance. Metroid 2 was on the 3DS, which I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I didn't play the original. Yes, they improved a lot of things, but a lot of the like um whatever that attack was called, that counter attack, that stuff was kind of stupid. That they had in there, but as a whole, the game was fine. Like as a remake or remaster of Metroid 2, Return of Samus, it was fine, but it wasn't. I didn't love it. I get why people didn't love it. The music in it was really good though. So don't do that. If you're gonna remake or remaster Metroid 3, Super Metroid, do it in like the style of Other M or Metroid Samus Returns. Just don't change a lot of it. Just kind of modernize it a little bit, make it less clunky to like change your weapons around and stuff. Um, and like remaster the music. Like some of the music in there is really good. Meridia, the music for that's really good. The bottom part of Norfair is really good, where you fight Ridley. I don't know if they call it the bottom level of Norfair. I don't know what they call it. The last floor of Norfair. That music's really good. The boss music's really solid. Um, just the overall game in general is like really solid, and I just really want a remake of it. That's basically what this video boils down to. Is why I want a remake of Super Metroid, and I think it deserves a remake or remaster to celebrate its how good it is and what it's been like. God, when did it come out? Let me see exactly when it came out. See when when its exact anniversary is. God, I can't talk today. Wow, Super Metroid is doing what I thought it was. I thought it was early 90s, but it's almost like mid 90s. 1994, April, what did it say? According to Wikipedia, April 18th, 1994 was when it was released in America. March 19th, 94 for Japan. And July 28th, 94 for Europe. So, yeah, I think for the 31 year anniversary of it, I think they should do something special for it. Will they? Probably not. I think we're going to do anything special with it. They would have done it with the 30th anniversary of it. But you never know. Nintendo does weird stuff, man. Like, you never know with what they're going to do. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on Super Metroid and why I think it needs to be remade or remastered. Like I said, even if they do like the bare minimum, like an HD 2D thing, like they've done with like the Dragon Warriors or I think it's Dragon Warriors or the Dragon Quest games or whatever it was. That all the games that had like the HD 2D pixel remasters or whatever. Even if they did that, I still think it would look pretty good, and it would be perfect on the Switch. But what do I know? I'm just an idiot on YouTube talking about Super Metroid. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to talk about this today since there's nothing really going on today that I really give a crap about. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was kind of a weird video, but if this does well, I'll do another video talking about another game that I want to remaster or remake of, which my next game will be Yoshi's Story for the N64, if this video does well enough. So let me know what you guys think about this. If you guys want me to do more of these kind of videos, let me know. Did you play Super Metroid? Do you like it? Are there any kind of other Nintendo games that you would want remastered or remade on the Switch too? Let me know in the comments below. And this has been Rolling with Kevin, and I am rolling out. Peace. Man, Super Metroid is such a good game. Please, I implore you guys, go check it out. It is really fun. You guys will enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, click the bell button so you get notified when I upload videos, go live, or post on my community page. Shout out to my Patreon supporters: Sunny Silva, Catfish Cat, Lee Fernay, Team Dale, Elliot Scott, Preliab, Harry Fernandez, William Swift, AJ Gottawa, Oliver Friedrich, Len Ernhorn, Marcus Mahaley, Brianna, and the Pay Now Please, Nuclear Reactive Man, Rebecca H., Just Good Enough, Gorgon Kaluskovic, Justin M. Daggins, Daniel Childs, Patrick Oliver, and Harold Huckabee. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. If you want to support my channel, it's only $1 a month. That's all I ask. It really does help with the channel a lot. Thank you guys so much for supporting and watching. If you did enjoy this video, I'll see you guys in the next video.